Senator Manchin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, I'm going to ask for the chair and the committee to indulge me a little bit to bring you up to speed on the VA situation we had in Clarksburg with the deaths. We finally had conviction, we had sentencing, and I want to go through that. First, I want to thank Secretary McDonough for bringing his team down. We met last Friday, and spent a good bit of time, or this Monday, past Monday, and spent a good bit of time. It's really disturbing. I want to thank you, Mr. Remy, for your desire to serve and for the service you've already given to your country, but continue to give. Well, I was pleased to see the serial killer. We had a serial killer, Rita Mae, who committed, we don't know how many murders. She has been convicted of 7 murders and 7 life sentences with 20 years on top of that. There are so many disturbing numbers going on for the 3 years she was employed there. And we're still looking into that. The systematic issues and incompetence at Clarksburg not only endangered the patient safety of every veteran at the facility, but also allowed for the serial killer's crimes to go unnoticed for so long. And for her to be hired in the first place, even when she had a troubling background, no background check. They did not complete it. We found it within 10 minutes. She should have never been in the system. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned about any other VA hospital, any of our clinics, C-boxes, that people could be subjected to this. It was just gross negligence and incompetence. A huge concern of mine is how we are holding VA employees in Clarksburg responsible. Another is that the Joint Commission, which accredits, this is the one that bothered me more than anything, Mr. Chairman, accredits the VA facilities, gave Clarksburg a consistently good score before and during the murders. How they could get a good rating when all this was going on is unbelievable. This lady even was accredited with Assistant Nursing Person of the Year and got a bonus twice. 116 people died in 3 years she's on the floor. 116 people. It's unbelievable. Just because the sentencing is over does not mean the work is not done. In fact, the committee and the VA, I believe, this is just the beginning. I would pray to God no other senator in their area, no other VA hospital. And this is administrations before, so I'm not, I'm very appreciative of the attention that Secretary McDonough has given. And I know you know this. There's nothing more important than protecting our veterans after they sacrifice so much. But to me, see the rectifying and the systematic issues that made these murders possible a top priority. I look forward to working with you on this, and Chairman Tester and Ranking Member Moran, I know. But Mr. Remy, what we went through during the time that Secretary McDonough was there, and the disturbing evidence that came out afterwards. I'd gone to the chairman, and at that time the ranking member Tester, and told him what horrific. We wanted to do something then. The U.S. Attorney's Office kept stalling and saying, listen, we don't want you to get involved right now. If you do, then it could basically flaw the investigation. So we held off. Now it's over. She's been sentenced, and so much needs to be done. So as a nominee to be Deputy Secretary of the VA Reform and Accountability of the Clarksburg murders, is largely going to fall under your purview. After you are confirmed, I think you will be confirmed. I hope you're confirmed. I know you will be. But it'll fall under your purview, sir. So I need your commitment all the way through the things I'm going to be asking you. I know you'll agree with me that what happened at Clarksburg was horrifying and absolute failing by the VA. I don't know if you've been brought up to full speed on that, but I know you will be. Going forward, we are going to need daily hands-on involvement by top VA leadership at Clarksburg. Let me tell you what else we found out. The administrator right before that hired under the previous administrator that was there when the hiring of Rita Mae, the lady who was convicted of these murders, we want to find out. She just retired, because I'm trying to find out where all these people were passed around, and they were passed around, sir. They're in the system, and we passed pieces of legislation before, about passing the trash. And if we can't protect the VAs and we're just going to pass people around that are incompetent and showing that they're not qualified for the position, shame on all of us. So this is where I need the accountability. That's why we'll be holding everyone responsible for this, and all of us should be holding ourselves responsible for the accountable, providing the committee a monthly update to the state of Clarksburg facility to include status of outreach to families impacted. Perfect example is this. She has admitted and basically pleaded to 7 murders. There's been 3 others that have already been settled that were directly related to her. There was a total of 21 that hypoglycemia. 116 from 2015 to 2018. 116 people died on that floor. 66 with hypoglycemia. We cannot even tell you, sir, how many that basically ever had sugar or had any diabetes, because they didn't even take a simple blood test, which can tell you immediately. The doctors wouldn't even take the blood test after, and the administration never asked any questions. They're dying. I mean, it's awful. This is what I'm saying. We've endured this, and the families need to be basically handled that still have doubt that their loved ones die at her hands. We don't have those answers yet. But so under your leadership, we need personal updates, implementation of standards. If you can check into that to make sure that it does not happen anywhere else, and definitely not in Clarksburg again. I also, sir, want to ask you to be accountable for reporting back to me and this committee where the employees responsible for the negligence in these murders are. Are they still in the system? What was the time they retired? And are they getting full benefits from retired? They're complacent. They are, I can tell you. They should be basically held accountable for allowing this to happen. I don't know what recourse we have, but for a person, whatever rating they were, to retire and get full benefits of the federal government when so many people were harmed is just beyond my belief.
Joe, this would not have been taken care of without your bulldog attitude, and I appreciate it.
Senator, I tell you, I know how you all feel. You wouldn't be on this committee.
We got 3 more after Mr. Remy, so could you close it out?
I'm going to wrap it up, sir.
Okay.
This is tough. We need to conduct a leadership assessment administered, sir, by an entity outside of the VA. They kept giving them big ratings and good ratings. I'm just telling you, there's a flaw somewhere. And I know that Dennis McDonough will get to the bottom, and I know with your help, you all can fix this. I really know. But we'll share with you everything that we have. So I believe you have the qualifications. I know you have the background, and I know you have the desire and the temperament to do this. This is a tremendous undertaking, sir, and I'm asking you to put your heart and soul in this one. There are so many families that have been left with no answers whatsoever. They lost loved ones. All they know is during this woman's time on that floor, people passed away that we felt should never have passed away. Whether we can prove that or not, but we have to make sure these people are handled with proper care. So with that, sir, I'd ask your commitment on that you'll do all you can to put a closure to this so people can live their lives knowing that their loved ones were honored in the proper way.
Senator, if I may express my condolences and my empathy to the family. My heart goes out to them for the families of all the individuals that were killed under these very unfortunate circumstances. I have read the OIG report, and
it's
there's
disturbing,
pretty
isn't it?
disturbing information in that report. I've also seen the recommendations, and I'm looking forward to seeing those recommendations implemented, and you have my commitment that I'll continue to dig on this issue until all people are held accountable.
I appreciate it, sir, and we'll keep in contact on a daily basis with you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. I'm so sorry for taking liberty.
Senator Sullivan.
Thank you, Mr.